Good work by Lewis, chopping right hands. Holyfield, it's a real Anglo. Lewis is 3 years younger, over WBC champion. Holyfield, here comes Lennox Lewis.
Started a long time ago.
Here comes Holyfield now.
Always very outward.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome TVKO.
What happens in this first round? Some people see like Hagler against her, that great fight of the mid-1980s. I'm sure you know that.
Right.
It's when Lewis...
You kind of suspect there's not got in this fight. They're going to both get in with it. They both could.
Has been told by the camp to go out and seize things from the word go.
You want centering. You want to try and put Holyfield on the field. Feel his strength very early on.
Lewis not really ramming out in the way you'd perhaps like to see it. They're very mindful, though, of what Holyfield, particularly with the left hook. Lewis going for that, making right for the first time. It only landed on the glove. Sensation here. Great jab by Lewis. That's in there.
I think it's very important to work his jab very well. At times he has difficulty with get his own going right from the start.
Just occasionally a little tentative jab, Lewis. They'll fight 1,000 times in their head. Physical problems to overcome if he needs to do this. Holyfield you'd think would want to go, he can unleash those damaging hooks to the body. Lewis just off more than anything. He's caught by the left hook. Best yet from
Holyfield will try to get into his rhythm. When he lets it in that rhythm, he looks very...
Oh, and Holy Lewis, by his backside, what an extraordinary end to the opening round. Doing, says referee Arthur McCarthy Jr. It's Holyfield up to there.
Well, it was amazing. He grabbed Lennox him up. I don't know whether that was to try and show Lewis how strong he was. A little taste of his own medicine thing. And listen, I'm very strong. I can...
Getting away from his right hand good, and his chin is right there. Nail him with yours.
John Turner, Holyfield in the corner.
Leg a little bit.
Hold it down.
You scored that opening round, Glenn.
I would give it to Lewis, just on jab work. Wasn't it a great deal of scoring punches? Lewis maybe forceful towards the beginning of the round.
Let's keep it clean now.
Lennox Lewis trying to do it for Britain to take the undisputed title home for the first time. Good work by Lewis, chopping right hands. Holyfield from the temple, that's the area that Lewis thinks he may be vulnerable. Against Bert Cooper, he was caught like that and sent reeling against the ropes. Lewis says he's going to make that a target.
He was leaning on Holyfield. This is where he's trying to really feel his strength. He is a very strong man, where he's trying to win the physical battle.
And Glenn knows that. He fought Lewis. And always said that his strength is absolutely incredible. Phil is finding out about it. And hole number 36. Sometimes fighters overnight this late in their career.
Punches off. He's got to try and look to counter the right hand behind Lewis's jab.
At the moment, so far so good at his kind of fight, a fight on the outside where he can jab while at the same time being wearable counters from the canny Holyfield, who's so good applying educated pressure. Chance of Lewis from the guard, and they like what they see so far, but it's early. Again, bringing in that right hand. Lewis having to punch down all the man. There it is. Lewis is winning this round big at the moment.
Keep it clean.
Yes, that's Lewis's best punch, the long right, whether he throws it straight or whether he brings it in a wide arc. It's a good punch for Lewis.
Let go. Break.
Sunk in a good shot to the body as well. Holyfield has just not been able to get going at all in this round.
And Holyfield on any counter-punching going, hasn't really done much in this round.
Head now. Time.
Lewis's round is on top so far. There's his mum. Part of the camp. It's all been smoothed over. And coming up to the round, he says he knows he's going to do the job.
I'm sure, having said that, and said it with so much conviction, effort to try and do something in this round. The good work from Lewis, looking to put the jab and then bring the right hand in. Holyfield managing to just up into a ball there and avoid the worst of the right hand.
But Lewis was the only one on two. Holyfield says for the weathermen. This third round win I've been talking about, you the truth. Now, can he make it become reality? He's in on the plot here. Are we going to see Holyfield really go to work in round? Was he waiting for round three?
Well, the other thing is Lewis, the head there was, well, he's getting wrong for pushing, seemed to be going into Lewis's face.
If he does really go for it in the hose fashion, Holyfield, Lewis might like that. He might have the gaps to pick him off on the way in.
So a bit of motivation for Lewis to try and do something in this round. Find well what Holyfield has said.
Better left hook to the body. And Lewis's protector really is very, very high, isn't it? I'm surprised the referee's let away with that. Protecting him from some of the body shots. There have been many yet. Good uppercut on the from Lewis. That's a honey punch for him if Holyfield does.
Well, Holyfield is looking to push forward and apply some pressure. He's walking into good jabs from Lewis.
Lewis now getting in with that left hook. Lewis having to cover off. He's caught with a left and then a right cross as well. Here goes Holyfield trying to make the prediction reality. The first sustained assault from America's warrior hero, and Lewis mustn't open. Just let the gloves drop a moment there. Breathing a little heavier. You do not Lewis's stamina, but it's sometimes a little characteristic of his that he does breathe heavily and make you worried about him in that minute.
His stamina has never let down yet, although he does, as you said, Ian, breathe very late in fights.
Lewis has definitely ridden out that little squall of pressure for the time being.
Lewis dropping his hands quite low. Not a dig with somebody who's a fast puncher like Holyfield.
Good left hook again. He's very good with that punch. It only travels a few inches, but he's starting to get through to Lewis's head, maybe a little ominously. Holyfield getting the better of it as they work closer, and 20 seconds left in this third round, the round that Holyfield predicted that he would end the fight.
This is a good round for Holyfield. He's landed with some very solid. Lewis dropping that left. Holyfield has a good right hand.
The prediction does not come true. Holyfield, he was wrong, but he won the round.
To his stool, Holyfield threw a lot of punches, landed big right hands. Looked a little worrying at times for Lennox Lewis.
No, you can get it. All you got to do is do it. Stop throwing hooks. Feint him with the hook and with the right hand first.
Sir, what's your head?
Lennox, go back to your speed. Don't worry about nothing.
Listen very carefully. Your jab is the key. Get back to your jab. You will see the opening. If you keep jabbing enough, you will see the opening.
Well, they dominate from the outside again. Holyfield made it his kind of fight for the first round, didn't he?
Yes, he started to get the momentum going in his punches, putting combinations together. It's good pressure. That's what Holyfield has to try and do.
Round four. What next on this dramatic night at the spiritual home of boxing? Lewis is told by the corner, but keep on working behind that jab. Don't let him in close.
That's how I've got to Holyfield numbered the first two to Lennox Lewis.
Well, the first was a bit close. That might have been scored even by some people. Most experts feel Lewis's best chance is and Holyfield's in the later rounds. A conventional wisdom, but how often have we been proved? More than we care to remember, if we're honest with you. He's not pumping out that jab enough, I would think, for the corner's liking at the moment.
No, he's just stepping away as he throws it. He moves forward behind that jab.
He flush with that concussive right hand, Lewis. The hand and the punch. Razor Reddick and Andrew Galotta in two of the biggest fights get through. Their right hand around the side of the head of Holyfield, who took the punch. Holyfield's only ever been on times. All at the hands of Reddick, though he did have to take a count too. It's pretty good, isn't it, for a guy who's been going for 15 debut, Holyfield, in this very arena at the guard swap was a 4-round tear-up. Holyfield's hand speed paying off for him.
Good left hook and right hand. He's trying to get the momentum into those punches, get the pushing Lewis onto the back foot.
Generally reckon that Holyfield is the cleverer technician of the two. If it comes down to boxing, later on we know all about his grit and heart, of course. Holyfield taking the fight more to Lewis now. And I reckon he was tantalisingly poised at the moment, isn't he?
Yes, it really is. It's an excellent fight. Everybody thought it would be. Everybody thought it would. This
weight of history is against Lennox Lewis. Men like Tommy Furr, Don Cocker, Bruno, all failing on trips to the United States to become world heavyweight champion or win world heavyweight title fights anyway.
This is better with the jab from Lewis. I think it's the key for Lewis. Use that jab well and then bring the right hand behind it.
Clubbing right Holyfield momentarily. Wanted to cover up, but his powers are brilliant usually because of his conditioning. I wonder if he's just trying to kid Lewis. Oh, right hacker from Lewis. Covering up. Some of these are landing on the arms, but he definitely got through.
Two very, very heavy right hands.
He's measuring. There was a right uppercut too. Lewis back on top here. The shot that Manny Stewart, the trainer, asked him for. Oh, and there's a right uppercut, and a hook to the body. Holyfield in trouble here. Holyfield swaying on those ropes. Here he is in another crisis in his career. But this Lennox Lewis. But psychologically, in his head is, well, I hit him with my best shots there, and he's still on.
That shouldn't really this stage. It's still early. I think the good thing for Lewis, is he's getting his punches off, and Holyfield's them.
Lewis derided and doubted in America, who wonder if he really has the real fight. They are watching when he took on Mercer here in this ring. Here goes Holyfield, getting with a sharp-looking cross there to the temple of Lewis. This could well come down. Resilience. Right again from living success now with that punch he loves so much.
A great round which Lewis has won, but Holy is still firing back with the heart we knew he had.
And a confident swagger at the end of the round from
Well, Holyfield shows toughness and courage and heart, those qualities.
Caught him round the back of the head there, fighter, can't it, Glenn? That shot.
It's a hurtful punch. It is the way Lewis throws his punches when he gets in close.
As well.
These were really thudding punches.
This man is so slow. When you look at this tape, you're going to grow your mind.
Here's round 6. 20,000 fans, and it is up to 20, a few more seats absolutely enthralled by this, which way it's going to tilt next.
Well, Holyfield, knowing he was caught several last time, will want to come out and try and regain some sort of control.
Oh, caught by a left hand, but took the punch well, to be fair. Took it very well.
Lewis took the punches, but he paid it. He can't afford to do that with somebody like Field.
Would be quite happy to have this on a phone booth. Just stand there and have a tear up with Lewis. Has to keep it on the outside. Uses jab with hands. It's worked for him quite a lot of the trip so far.
Lewis jab a little too far. His hands up, stick out there, long, raking left jab, and then bring over that right.
Very well matched, aren't they? The two best heavyweights in the world.
Big matchup. But then you put Holyfield in with him, and it's a good match. He comes to fight.
I think they used to regard him as boring in his cruiserweight days. Cut again from Lewis. Now clock twist and unfold over the next. Lewis has waited so very, very long, this kind of argument, to prove himself the number one. Frustrated and sidetracked, and here's his chance.
Lewis hands low, just picking off his shots. Not a great deal in those to pick the points up, looking for gaps in the defensive.
Holyfield was going for broke with the left hand, missed by a mile. It's cool by Lewis.
That's not the bell, that's his second.
Lewis thought that was the end of the round. It is now. Made a little mistake, dropped it.
Instructions. That's no good because you hear nobody. Some of Holyfield's success, Lewis just managing to get from that last left hook.
This fight, by the way, being scored by from South Africa and London Jew O'Connell. I wonder how they've got this so far, moving to the second half of the contest. Here's how Glenn's seeing it.
Seen it with Lewis 2 rounds ahead, winning the last 2, and now they're to the floor.
Oh, Holyfield not happy about all that. It's act like champions, says referee Arthur McCarthy Jr. Got a bit nasty and silly. It wasn't a knockdown. Oh, and look at Lewis, straight with a jab and a lowish looking punch as well. And Manny Stewart is shouted, don't be tentative, let the power tallies. Saying on the ring apron, Manny Stewart, the trainer.
Too long there, he allowed Holyfield off. That was a point where Lewis should have really followed up with punches. He stung Holyfield. He should have followed that up.
It's the enigmatic part of nature. It's why some in America have done. His answer would be, look, I know. Lewis all the time wary of Holyfield that floored both bow and...
This is where Manny Stewart wants Lewis to take over, to impose himself on. Still a little cautious, Lewis.
And again, Manny Stewart, the trainer, waves, refuses to do that. He doesn't want to get stuck up by counters. Great uppercut, Lewis. Holyfield has to take those again. And this is good from Lennox Lewis here. He's dominating. He's winning this at the moment. He's got him again. Holyfield's face is... This looks so good for Lennox Lewis at this stage.
Great part of the fight for Lewis, really getting his all well, very accurate with that last, bringing roars from the crowd of Lewis.
And every time he tries to land a little time, Lewis is blocking it with his gloves and arms. They've worked on that, doing that mountain retreat in the Poconos so far. But one moment could change all that.
Well, Holyfield went out there.
Damage underneath the left eye for Holyfield. Goodness me, nerve-tingling stuff here. Oh! Holyfield said it wasn't about size. Size is one thing, he says. He thought he had the extra talent. but plenty in there. Time is night. And what big heavyweight showdown of the century.
And he's waited enough for this opportunity to write his name, and now it's here. This is where he...
In the fight, Glenn, where if Lewis does have suspects beginning to show.
That's superbly conditioned as ever. With the strength going out of Lewis, you can guarantee he will have plenty there.
Of Holyfield at your peril. And he gets in with two. Hess's defence just looking a little leaky.
What's your hands?
Great, pull, time.
Watch the use of the head, a warning to Holyfield.
Nice little combination from Lewis there, the left. Short punches.
Very canny operator, and I think in the back of his head, the bullies picked on him because of his Cockney accent.
Head in the corner. He's starting to just go a little into survival mode.
Lewis there. He's really caught by this. Might have been happy. And gained by Lewis right at the end of the round. Boxing Holyfield in this cross as well. And it's going to go to the decision. He believes that he has provided Britain. We think that Britain